Finally, we are heading to Sicily. But what if, after all this buildup, we get there and we hate it? Or what if we just decide to buy the first house we see? Stick around and find out. I'm Julie.
And I'm Chris. And we are shifting to Sicily. Hold it. No one needs to hear the pilot talking over us. What we were trying to share is that our flight was delayed over an hour and a half out of Newark because there was a blizzard 2 days before. Now on with the episode.
With Chris and I crossing the Atlantic for the first time, yes, in our entire lives, the true test has come. We are heading to Sicily. In this episode, we are going to talk a little bit about our pros and cons of what our life might be like in Sicily versus what it is now in the U.S. We'll share what our non-negotiables are for our perfect place for a midlife shift. Budget, cost of living, climate, healthcare, community. We have, or should I say had, quite the list. How have some of those non-negotiables perhaps changed? And what does our ideal life look like now? While we're chatting about all of that, we hope you enjoy some footage of stunning Sicily. When you wake up far too early, and this is your view.
That video won't do it justice.
At all. So is Sicily for us?
So far, so good. We've been here now for, well, we don't know how long. Not quite 24 hours for sure. We landed in Sicily in Palermo yesterday at 11:30ish. It is now about 9 a.m. the following day, so 22 and a half hours in, let's say. And we're absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful country. And we're going to show you some views after we talk here for a moment. But the town that we're in is just off the charts gorgeous.
We're going through our checklists. Luckily, I think we came probably over-prepared, really prepared to think through things. We knew this trip was going to be really quick, so we had some things lined up. We did look at a home yesterday, so yesterday was quite busy, coming off of our little over 8-hour flight that was delayed by an hour, running through the airport in Rome to get to our connecting flight in Palermo, and being the last people on the plane.
Again, that's going to be a subject of another video coming up.
Indeed. Getting off the plane in Palermo, trying to navigate our way, get here, and then go right into looking at a home that we have simply fallen in love with.
And somebody woke us up at 4:45 this morning to kind of talk through all the things we're talking about right now with about a 4-page checklist of thoughts of hers and my thoughts to match. Shockingly, we're very well aligned. That's kind of our thing, and we're in love with what we found here.
Definitely, it's the community is amazing. The man that's helping us with all this and showing us the house, and hopefully you'll get to meet him at some point. But just a wonderful human. And took us straight away into his fold and
served us wine,
gave us
home with
oranges
and lemons, olive oil that he produces on his own on his farm. So
just amazing.
We feel more than welcome in this town already. It's actually busier than we thought it would be,
and higher.
And higher, for sure. That's another subject we'll cover in kind of the getting here and everything that went into the past week and a half, which we never planned on being a video, but it kind of has to be at this point because so much went on.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we'll go through that as part of that video. We knew it was elevated. We knew it was about a 2,000 foot, 700-ish, 600 to 700-ish meter climb.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't expect it was quite the climb it was, as you know, switchbacks, but still pretty direct. It was more direct, I think, than we thought. We thought we would have a little bit more of a gradual climb.
Yeah.
But we made it.
And it's worth it.
It's worth it.
And Julie will get over it.
Or
she will be walking.
or we'll be putting her in the trunk every time we come up here just to get through the experience.
And that's perfectly fine.
One way or another, we will do it though. And also apologize for the movement of the camera. I'm getting used to using this gimbal that we have. It's wonderful, but it takes a little bit of practice.
Shout out to our friend Josh for
loaning
us
Josh for loaning it
all
to
this
us.
Wonderful equipment.
The drone footage is ours, but when you see GoPro footage, that's from Josh as well. And we have new microphones that sadly we don't have with us right now. Actually, we do have them. They're on our bag down on the floor.
They're just not on us.
We're not wearing them, so sound here is probably not the best, but it is what it is, and we're not reshooting this. So.
We are not.
And you can't hear anything else but maybe birds and some flies buzzing around because
that's all there is.
All there is up here, and it is wonderful and peaceful.
It is.
And
so,
parting words?
Ciao a tutti for now. I don't know how to say for now in Italian yet.
I think it might be adesso or adresso, but we'll find that out later.
We will. You be in a place like this and you want to get up. You want to get up in the morning. You feel good. You feel ready for the day. Then you look forward to whatever's next, which for us is probably hard manual labor work. That's fine. And look at our background.
We're going to be pruning some olive trees today. It's overcast. It's a little hazy and foggy, but the views are still absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
So, what are the pros and cons of moving to Sicily for us? We'll start by saying the pros far outweigh the cons. This began as a health journey, but it has turned into a complete life transformation, or a shift, if you will. A friend once said to us, "You feel the relaxation the minute you step off that plane and just exhale." And he was so right. The community and culture here feel preserved from a long time past, where spending time with each other and caring for each other are more important than almost anything else. Most of our pros are also our non-negotiables, like budget, cost of living, climate, healthcare, and community. Our cons are really only two. One, being farther away from family and lifelong friends, and the second one, which really isn't a con as much as it is a sadness, but leaving our country because it can no longer offer us the stability and peace we want and need.
Now let's talk non-negotiables. Budget. Can we afford to purchase a home and bear the expense of traveling and eventually moving abroad? Financial stress has got to be one of the top stresses a person can experience. Chris and I have both had life situations that have resulted in a fair amount of debt, so this dream seemed impossible. But we said, okay, let's tighten the belt, pay down some debt, save some money, and just see what happens. We did that, and before you know it, we were able to put enough away to seriously think of buying a home in a smaller, somewhat depopulated village. This suits us perfectly because in addition to our personal reasons, we want to move with purpose. And helping to rebuild and repopulate a village that is loved by its natives and holds more history than I can comprehend seems like a pretty good purpose to us. As long as whatever town we choose actually wants us. Cost of living? Hands down, the cost of living in Sicily is significantly lower than the US. Not only is it lower, but Italy is committed to clean and natural eating and living, and very much supports and depends on its local businesses. Climate. This is a no-brainer for us. Sicily has a moderate climate during their winter months and beautiful sun and heat in the summer. We are very much over being cold and shoveling snow. Sorry to the snow lovers out there. It is beautiful, but we're good traveling to see it when we get the notion. Healthcare. Admittedly, we have a lot to learn here, so we'll share that as we go. Community. After being here just a few hours, we know for certain the community is exactly what we envisioned. Our ideal life now looks like Sicily.
Now, we want to share the third of our 4 recurring segments, Reality Check.
Let's start this off with sharing a video of a relatively short walk up an extremely steep hill in town. We're going to record us walking up this hill to the place that we're staying. You may or may not see it, depending on how out of breath we are and how awful we look.
It's probably not even a football field, and it's maybe 100-foot climb, so it's pretty steep.
And embarrassing.
So we're going to record it, and maybe we'll show it, maybe we won't. Hopefully we won't, because it's going to be bad. I don't think they're coming this way.
So far, so good.
But this is the easy part.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know if you can see in the background, but there's wild fennel growing all over this hill
Everywhere.
on the left. And we're going to ask if we're allowed to actually pick it, or if it belongs to whoever owns that piece of land and we can't touch it, because we do love us some fennel.
Which is a newfound love.
Yeah.
And if you haven't tried it, you should. Well, learn how to cook with it first, because we didn't know either.
Yeah, once you learn how to cook with it, you want it.
Yes, I am practically at a 90-degree angle.
And this is my second time doing the hill because I forgot the SD card for our drone and had to run back up to the house to grab it. We're almost there, but it seems like it's a mile away.
I'm going to say the same thing I said to Chris in the airport. Go. Go without me. Save yourself.
Again, that's the subject of an upcoming video. The end is in sight. I'd say 20 yards tops. Almost there. And we're gonna cut here. We did it.
Reality check. We need to up our cardiovascular game significantly.
Big time. Next, how high is this village exactly? It's 666 meters above sea level, which is approximately 2,165 feet. And our choices of access roads, one steep with switchbacks, and the other basically one lane for two-way traffic, also with some switchbacks. Reality check. We will need lots of Dramamine for Julie.
Lots. Well, is Sicily right for us? All of the check boxes are checked. So, we just bought a house. Well, put a deposit down on a house and started the paperwork. We'll be back in July to close.
Next week, we'll share more about how on earth we came, saw, and bought a house in under a week, and give you some more very rough shots of the house. We were recording as excited, nervous homebuyers, and not thinking of content one iota at that point. If you feel compelled, and kind in spirit, down in the comments, let us know if you think we are crazy for buying the first house we saw on our very first trip to Sicily.
Remember to be kind. So that wraps us up for this episode and ends our time in Sicily for now. So if you dream of a slower, more intentional life, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, turn on your notifications, and come along with us on our journey.
Grazie mille. Thank you so much for joining us today.
A presto. See you soon, and God bless.